now the next item we want to talk about is how we navigate on the actual sheet that we're wanting to look at. So the first thing we want to talk about is the zoom feature. So we did talk about this this full sheet zoom, but I wanted to continue to talk about the zoom buttons, and those are going to be right across here. So they'll be right in here. So if we're wanting to just zoom in incrementally, positively, what we do is we'd just click on the positive, and you can see the plan is zooming in right where we're at. If we want to move the plan, we grab this little hand for the pan, and we can move over, say we're going to zoom in on that conference room again. So we center it up, and then we just keep hitting plus until we get that to a level that we can start to understand enough about the details of that room to be able to do our takeoff. If we want to move back out or zoom out, you just hit the negative and you zoom back out. The other zoom feature is when you're getting ready to do takeoff, you can there's a factory preset where you can just zoom to 100, and it zooms in, you know, a nice level to be able to start doing your takeoff. The other is where you can have a custom zoom. So that's where this is where it has the magnifying glass with a U in it. So that's where the user sets up what that is. So in this case, it's set up at 25% specifically. And if you have a zoom setting that you actually like, that you're working with, you just click on that down arrow and set the current zoom as your custom zoom. And then there's some presets over here where you can just jump around to these different percentages to see which one you like the best. So those are the icons. One of the things I like to do is I like to always click back here on the zoom full page, and then what I do is I like hitting the control button, and then what I'll do, let's get back on this select feature. So if I want to zoom in on this room here, I'll hit control, and then I'll highlight that conference room, and it'll blow it open. It'll blow it up to the zoom level that I need in order to see the detail of that conference room. The next feature is the pan feature, and we've kind of looked at that briefly, but to go into slightly more detail, let's go back to this zoom full page again, and we can actually open up that hide/show pan window. And so that's where if we use our custom zoom, that's where you can see that we're zoomed way into this upper corner, and then you can grab that hand and then you can pan across the drawing to get to where you would want to stop and maybe look at a detail or start your takeoff or finish your takeoff or whatever you're wanting to get familiar with the plans about. So one other thing that's kind of a tip is if you haven't done much work with on-screen plans, is what I'd recommend is probably print up a half-size set so that you still have you're kind of weaning yourself off of the paper set, but it's also giving you a little bit of comfort level to be able to jump back and take a look at your half-size set. So you can kind of use the half-size set in conjunction with your on-screen takeoff. Okay, so I'm going to close that pan window. I'm going to go back to 100%. And then the next item I wanted to mention is the magnify tool. So you click on this feature, and I like this specifically, well, you can use it in a lot of different ways, but where I like it is you can go down and then you can magnify when you're checking the scale on a plan. You can go in and just open up that area and tell what kind of scale the whole plan is, or if you're wondering what that detail call out is, you can get onto the magnifying glass and brings up a lot more detail. So I think that's a pretty slick feature. I use that quite a bit, probably several times on each estimate. So that's a nice feature. The next tool is it's the zoom or the magnify icon. So to make that, to use that, what you do is you select it or click on it. You get over onto your plan, and then you hold down the control key, and then you use the wheel on your mouse. You scroll up to zoom in, and you scroll down on your wheel to zoom out. And so that's kind of a cool feature. And then the other thing with that is you can actually, without hitting the control button, you can select that icon and then you can select the area that you would like to zoom in on. All right, well, congratulations. You finished the first module, and look forward to getting into more detail as we work our way through the course. Thank you.